Alexander Litvinenko was a British-naturalised Russian defector and the former officer of the Russian Federal Security Service, FSB. He became a prominent critic of the Kremlin, particularly of Vladimir Putin, whom he accused of fostering corruption and authoritarianism. In November 1998, Litvinenko and several other FSB officers publicly accused their superiors of ordering the assassination of the Russian oligarch Boris Berezovsky. He was arrested, but was later acquitted. He was re-arrested before the charges were again dismissed in 2000. In violation of an order not to leave Moscow, Litvinenko and his family traveled to Turkey. While in Turkey, he applied for asylum at the United States Embassy in Ankara, but it was denied. Litvinenko bought air tickets for the Istanbul-London-Moscow flight. During the transit stop at Heathrow Airport, he asked for political asylum, which was granted. He continued with his activism and worked as a journalist and consultant for British intelligence services. On November 1st, 2006, Litvinenko fell ill shortly after meeting with two former Russian agents, Andrei Lugovoi and Dmitry Kovtun, at the Millennium Hotel in London. During this meeting, it is believed he drank tea laced with polonium-210, a highly radioactive substance. Litvinenko's health rapidly deteriorated and he was admitted to the hospital with severe diarrhea and vomiting, symptoms initially suggestive of a common illness, but which escalated into a critical condition. Doctors were puzzled by Litvinenko's rapidly failing health until a definitive diagnosis was reached after intensive testing. Litvinenko had been poisoned with polonium-210. This substance is notoriously hard to detect and poses severe health risks even in minuscule amounts. Toxicologists estimate that 1 gram of polonium-210 could be enough to kill 50 million people. Litvinenko could have died after consuming less than 1/millionth of that amount. Some locations, including a restaurant and nightclub, were temporarily closed as a safety measure. As Litvinenko's condition worsened, he lost his hair and his immune system collapsed. Despite the best efforts of medical staff, he died on November 23rd, 2006, 3 weeks after the poisoning. On his deathbed, Litvinenko issued a statement accusing Russian President Vladimir Putin of ordering his assassination, a charge the Kremlin has vehemently denied. His death led to widespread media attention and diplomatic fallout between the UK and Russia. British police conducted investigations into Litvinenko's death, concluding that Andrei Lugovoi and Dmitry Kovtun had administered the polonium-210, likely at the behest of the Russian government. Both suspects denied involvement and Russia refused their extradition to the UK, citing constitutional prohibitions against extraditing Russian citizens. In January 2016, a UK public inquiry concluded that Litvinenko's murder was probably approved by President Putin and the FSB director Nikolai Patrushev.
We say that it is certain that the Russian state ordered this murder, and we say you can be sure that that could not have happened without President Putin's approval.
Litvinenko's assassination had significant implications for international law and diplomatic relations, leading to more stringent measures against state-sponsored extraterritorial assassinations.